What is up, frog friends and family? Welcome back to another edition of Market Flow, powered by THOR, hosted by me, Mode. We just touched new all-time highs for Bitcoin once again, and THOR has a short printed for us. So we have an area to look forward toward for a TP, or maybe to open up a perpetual zone to maybe just take a little bit of profit as we pump up. That's here at just above 95. Looking at the charts, you can see that this looks like a short that will be a retest on the EMA. So again, maybe just take a little TP, maybe just a little perpetual, but you don't want to get caught going short in a bull market, especially when the RSI looks to be finding support on the bottom. Momentum looks like it wants to turn up. I honestly think we're going to see Bitcoin pump up toward that 100K, and after we hit that 100K mark, that's when we're going to see the retrace come in. I think we're either going to see the 15% retrace that brings us back into this fair value gap, or we're going to see the more significant 20 to 25% retrace that's going to refill us here down to about the 76. Although I do see the 80, 82 is more likely. So we'll see what happens there, but we do have that short called by THOR at this point. Looking at Solana. Solana looks like it's coming down to test the fair value gap here. Or I'm sorry, test the EMA here. And remember, we had this THOR short that we absolutely just blew through. But THOR did see this zone as something significant. And what is resistance becomes support. And if this didn't become resistance, maybe it will become a support, especially with the EMA touching down here, and especially if the RSI can start to turn back up as well. Jupiter has been looking really strong for us, sitting at $1.11. We look at TAP. Remember, we have just the short for Bitcoin. We don't have anything right now for Solana, so we're watching that. Calls we talked about last week. We talked about getting shadow down here on top of the zone. In one just 4-hour candle here, we had a nice pump of about 25%. You know, right as we broke trend here, right as we're breaking trend, we got that 25%. Although that's not what we're looking at here, right? That's not what we're looking for. That's not why we are interested in shadow. We're going to actually go back out, zoom out to the daily here, and we'll show you why we're interested in this break, why we're interested in shadow, and what is going on right now. If you look on the daily, move that just a little too far. We got bird eye lagging. If you look on the daily, we have the 24 volume up by 116%, yet price action hasn't moved a whole lot. Yes, I showed you that candle that pumped up, but it's also dropped back down. Looks to be sitting right on top of the fair value gap, right in the zone we look to accumulate. Seeing the volume come in lets us know that shadow is getting ready to pop. Not financial advice. Do your own research. But after it broke trend the last time, after it went flat, it pumped. It went for a run of nearly 2,000%. So shadow's looking strong. It's one we talked about last week. If you didn't get it, you're lucky. There's still investment opportunity right here. One that we've talked about many times in the past. Let's see if we can get a refresh here. We've talked about this several times, and we're now getting the retrace back down to the top of our zone. Actually looking good. I think this is probably one of the last investment opportunities that we are going to see, if we can see anything. I think this is going to be one of the last investment opportunities that we are going to see for Mother. Remember, when everyone is selling, who's buying? Market makers and those that are looking to accumulate and to sell back to those that are buying into the pump and those that are FOMOing in later. And if we look, we've got the 24-hour volume up by over 50%, yet price action is down. Where's my chart? Come on, Bird Eye. Give us the chart. Work with us here. So we see the 24-hour volume is up. But the price is down. So that's another investment opportunity to look at. If you're not into trading, you're not into looking at what we're talking about, remember, you can always jump in here to tap. There's always another trade to be taken. We know where to get in every trade, where to get out of every trade. We know how to manage our risk to our own risk tolerance for each and every trade. We go over this 5 days a week with live streams inside the Cyber Frogs Discord. So if you have questions, we can help you out. We have the automated contracts have been printing for us. Bonk has been on an absolute tear, and we are about to open up the Jupiter contract to unlimited. We started with just a $100 limited entry to test the parameters of the contract. Let frogs get in first, make sure everything's working good, and it has been working very well for us. So remember, automatic trading through tap, THOR, automated protocol. Simple, easy, automated trading. You want to take more advantage of the swings and the actual trading manually? That's when we get into THOR and we look at those calls. You want to get into degen shit? That's when we get into 5 frogs and degen shitcoin traders. And that's when we get into our Discord courses 5 days a week. Frogs fuck, THOR Prints. If you're not, buy a frog, pussy.